some parents thrive when it comes to doing school projects with their kids. When Lincoln Markham came home from Endeavor Elementary School in Kaysville, Utah, he told his dad Daniel his school project was to make a poster with the findings of a question he wanted answered. His question: what's inside different sports balls? Rather than having him simply research on the internet and print out pictures, I decided to buy some different sports balls and cut them in half so he could have them on his poster board, Daniel said. The creative dad recorded the video of his son project and posted on YouTube. What followed was a YouTube channel titled, What's Inside? With over 4 million subscribers, where a wasp's nest, a WWF wrestling belt, Sophie the giraffe, water filter, and a punching bag are opened in half to discover the insides. Their latest quest was to find out what's inside a rattlesnake rattle. The tail at the end contains the rattle used to warn predators by tail rattling up to 50 times per second. The snake can rattle its tail for upwards of 3 hours. It's easy to assume there is something within the tip of the tail that makes it produce that noise. That is why the father and son duo knew this was going to be their next project. Daniel ordered the snake's tail online. The family doesn't recommend viewers try their experiments at home. "We cut things open so you don't have to," is the motto Lincoln and Daniel go by. The father used an X-Facto knife to cut the rattle right through the middle. The shell is actually hard to puncture through. The rattle in a rattlesnake makes them the most evolved snakes in the world, according to the San Diego Zoo. Rattlesnakes are native to the Americas, found from Canada all the way down to Argentina. There are approximately 35 species and another 70 subspecies of rattlesnakes. Rattlesnakes hiss simultaneously to rattling. The process of hissing occurs when a snake forcefully expels air from the glottis within the throat, Sarah Burnham, a herpetologist based in Madison, Wisconsin, says. This causes structures within the glottis to rattle, creating the hissing sound. The rattle and the hissing are not the only warning signs it gives to its enemies. They may also coil their bodies and raise their heads high off the ground in a defensive posture. This coiled position serves as a way to anchor the body if they feel the need to strike with their raised head, Burnham explains. The National Wildlife Federation estimates rattlesnakes live anywhere from 10 to 25 years. Their diets consist of eating rodents and lizards. Nonetheless, it is not uncommon for them to attack humans for either getting too close or accidentally stepping on them. Rattlesnake bites are not usually fatal to humans but are certainly dangerous, and being close to one should not be taken lightly. The venom of most rattlesnake species is composed mainly of hemotoxins, Burnham reveals. Symptoms include temporary and/or permanent tissue and muscle damage, loss of an extremity depending on the location of the bite, internal bleeding, and extreme pain around the injection area. The interlock segments in the rattle are made of keratin. Snakes are not born with their full-grown rattle but rather a button. Even without a rattle, baby snakes can still bite humans and cause harm. Every time a snake sheds its skin, a new segment is added to the rattle. The segments do not represent the age of the rattlesnake. They are known to lose segments from injuries, which may explain why the rattle in this experiment easily broke off. Father and son were still able to open up the segments from the rattle. What they found was a hollow inside. There weren't any balls or tiny particles that would be assumed caused the noise from the rattle. This episode was made on the suggestion of one of the channel's viewers. For Daniel, this is more than just learning new things with his son. We are creating great memories and spending quality time together learning what is inside things, he says. Surprisingly, this is not the craziest thing they have opened. Daniel said finding out what's inside a punching bag was the most surprising for him. Still, nothing beats knowing what's inside the most advanced snake in the world. In the meantime, fans can keep on making suggestions and these two inquisitive minds will find the answers but simply seeing what's inside. It all started with a little science project at Endeavor and has turned into something much larger than we ever could have imagined, Daniel admits.